Hello, and welcome to Back to School Night Distance Learning Style. My name is Colleen Nogrady, and I teach math here at Olympus. So I have your child either for 8th grade math or 7th grade accelerated math. A little bit about me. I am married and I have 2 older sons. One went to Olympus, one went to Cabot, but they're both now in college somehow. They both happen to go to the same college, Cal Poly, down in San Luis Obispo. So I'm an official empty nester. Although I have only been here at Olympus for the past 2 years, I do have a lot of experience teaching math, both in this area, Granite Bay and Roseville, as well as down in the Bay Area in Cupertino. And I also have my degree in mathematics, so I'm what you might call a math nerd and pretty excited to teach your kids this year. Let me show you the Google Classroom. That's how I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do this year. I suggest you check into your child's Google Classroom when you can, all depending on how independent and driven they are to stay on track of things. But here, this is just an example of our 4th period's Google Classroom, though because 8th grade and accelerated 7th grade is the same curriculum, this could be either of them. So when you first get on the stream, that will post anything. That's where I post anything we're doing that day, the agenda, any new assignments, any reminders. So daily I post in the Google stream. The next tab here, the classwork, is really the heart of the Google Classroom. The first topic here is the week's work. So this is this week. I only have one thing posted there that we did Monday morning. And at the end of class, I gave them a little assignment to finish during their asynchronous learning time. And as you know, we have a half hour with them, which we call the synchronous learning time. And that is when I am giving them direct instruction. We're doing group discussions together, we're interacting, and that's our synchronous time. And then the second half hour that they have math is asynchronous, and that's when they should be working on stuff on their own, finishing any work we did together in math, etc. So that's where all their assignments are for the week. You can check on that. Notes is whenever we do something in class that I think of as of some importance that they might want to look back at, might not trust they got all their notes down as they should, and so I will post things there that I want them to take a look at again. Solutions, any assignments or assessments I give that I want them to check their solutions, check their answers, and to look at the solutions, I will post them there. Math library is just really for reference. So right now we have the glossary and any other reference type of items I think they might need to look back at, I will post in the library. And down here we have general information for both our course 3, and Olympus. So I have the distance learning schedule down here, which you guys have all received in emails, but if you ever couldn't find that, you want to look it up, it's down here. We have our math topics for course 3, what we're going to cover for the year. So this is just a list of the topics that we will be covering, starting with linear equations, going through all sorts of Pythagorean theorem, line and angle relationships, property of exponents, systems of equations. Basically, on the whole, it's what we would refer to as the heart of algebra. It's mostly algebra. And then a little bit of geometry thrown in there too. So a mixture of algebra and geometry. And I think it's going to be a really good year. Last year I taught 7th grade, and I'm pretty excited about this curriculum because really like algebra. Let me back up here. And then let's see what else. Lastly, let's look at our course syllabus. I went through this with your kids already, and we discussed all the supplies they need. We discussed the real importance of participation when it comes to this distance learning. It's 20% of your grade, and try to emphasize to them that not only do they have to come to our Zoom meets on a daily basis, but they also need to participate, not just to log in, but to participate. So I'm kind of pounding that into their head right now, and they're doing a pretty good job so far. So far, I've gotten a lot of communication, emailing me, asking questions during our Zoom meetings. So far, so good. They've been doing great with this distance learning. Here's our grading policy. 40% of their grade will be math skills and fluency. 40% will be application and reflection of conceptual understanding. Both of these are assessed through assignments and tests and quizzes that we call assessments. So any assignments, tests, and quizzes will be those grades. And then 20% is participation and engagement, which is wholly during our Zoom meets. So I've been emphasizing that to them. That's 20% of their grade, and they're doing a good job so far. Our math department scoring rubric goes from 0 to 4. So this is when we give them some sort of assessment. This is how we decide the points that each problem is worth. So you can see here that if they get the problem wrong, yet they show some evidence of progress towards understanding, they might get 2.5 out of 4 points, or 3 out of 4 points if they show even more understanding. They get the problem correct, they can get 4 out of 4 points, or maybe just 3.5 out of 4 points if they don't really show all their supportive labels and adequate evidence of knowledge there. Participation and engagement rubric. This is how they earn 4 points. So far, everybody's been doing pretty great, responding to questions and stuff when we're in our Zoom meet. And then lastly, I'm going to go up here. This is my, oh boy, I just got rid of it. Up here is my email address, cnogrady@eurekausd.org. And I really want to emphasize that you can email me with any questions and concerns anytime. And if anybody has anything you'd like me to know specifically about your child at the beginning of the trimester, if you think there's a concern that you'd just like me to be aware of, go ahead and email me ahead of time before anything becomes a problem. And I think we should have a good school year. I'm looking forward to this trimester of distance learning. It's been a bit of a challenge getting ready, but I think it's going to be really good. And then I especially look forward to hopefully next trimester getting back into class with the kids. And I know they're looking forward to that too. So please do not hesitate to email me if you have any questions or concerns. And thank you so much for watching my video for back to school night. And I'm looking forward to this school year with your kids. Take care. Bye-bye.